The day is here. After spending valuable time job posting, sorting through resumes, conducting interviews, deliberations over who to hire, and thousands of dollars in hiring costs, you are relieved that the process is over and are ready for your new hire to begin. Meet Susan. She now works for you at a school called, let's say, Loomis Basin Charter School. Meet Samuel, your colleague's new hire at a school we'll call what LBCS could be. Let's experience the first year through their eyes. Day 1. Samuel reports to his school 2 days before the school year begins. A package has been prepared and is presented to him as you welcome him to your team. He is impressed and feels optimistic about the relationships he will build. He meets his mentor, a fellow classified employee, who has a seat saved for him at the staff meeting. He enjoys participating in the team-building activities with his new colleagues. He feels confident that he made the right choice in accepting the position at what LBCS could be. Susan is home, looking forward to the relationships she will build at her time at LBCS. Day 2. Samuel is home and looks through his package. Inside, he finds your welcome letter, his staff shirt, a campus map, job description, the school's core values and mission statement, a school calendar, his daily schedule, contact information for the colleagues he will be working with, the information for all of his internet accounts, including his email, and is delighted to see a little welcome gift. He feels nervous, but prepared for the new school year. Susan is home, nervously awaiting the first day. Day 3. Samuel and Susan both arrive to their new jobs early. Samuel checks his schedule and heads to his assigned area and reports for duty. Susan does not have a schedule, so she reports to the office. The staff there are busy with phone calls and parents coming and going with their questions. Susan waits her turn and then asks where to report. No one in the office knows and starts calling her supervisor. The supervisor tells office staff where she should report. "Thank you," she says, then asks, "Where is that?" She is given directions, but is unsure of most of the landmarks they gave her and isn't sure she'll remember them all anyway. She heads toward the first direction and asks people along the way for further instructions. It takes a while to find her location and steps in 5 minutes before her reporting time. She hopes her supervisor doesn't think she is a last-minute type of employee. She would like to explain that she has been on campus for 15 minutes already, but doesn't want to come across as complaining or making excuses. She's feeling uncertain about whether she will fit in after making a poor first impression with her supervisor. It's lunchtime. Samuel grabs his well-drawn campus map and heads to the break room. He enters the break room. His mentor waves, and Samuel finds a seat next to a familiar face. He sees the shelves lined with each staff member's matching boxes where they put their personal lunch items, and his mentor shows him his box. Susan finds a coworker. "Where's the break room?" she asks. She gets the directions and navigates the campus once again to find it. She sits down and meets most of her coworkers for the first time. She sees the matching staff boxes of personal lunch items, thinks, "What a great idea," and wonders when she will get hers. That evening, Samuel is feeling tired, but beginning to feel integrated. Susan is exhausted and hopes she remembers how to get around tomorrow. Day 4. Samuel checks his email and sees the new safety procedures for the playground. He makes note of some things he can improve today. Susan doesn't have an email yet, so hasn't seen the new safety procedures. Halfway through the first recess, a coworker says, "Hey, what's your name again?" "Susan, I'm Sally. I don't know if you've seen the email yet or not, but we aren't handing out jump ropes until the teachers have a chance to go over the new safety procedures with the students." Susan thanks her and collects the jump ropes from the kids she had just handed them to. She's not feeling confident in her job performance. Day 5. Samuel checks his email and sees a reminder to wear the staff shirt on Friday. Susan shows up to work Friday in regular work clothes, wondering if she will be getting a staff shirt. She is not feeling like she is getting integrated at all. The first minimum day comes, and Samuel has been invited to attend a team-building exercise with the entire staff. He enjoys getting together with his coworkers and is feeling more and more integrated each day. His supervisor meets with him, lets him know what a great job he is doing, and has some training materials prepared for him. Susan isn't sure if she's supposed to stay or go. She finds her supervisor and asks what she should do. Her supervisor tells her to stay, and then starts looking for something for Susan to do. It's November. The year is sure going fast. Samuel gets an email about the upcoming holiday party, RSVPs, and puts it in his calendar. Susan has an email now, but hasn't been added to the all-staff list. It's the day before the holiday party, and a coworker says, "Hey, Susan, right? Are you going to the staff party? I need a head count." Susan has already made plans, so she gives her regrets. Will she ever feel more like a welcomed member of the team? It's April, and Samuel has attended 5 team-building exercises, has had 3 training sessions, and has had several extra assignments on minimum days. That has been helpful to his supervisor and allowed her more time to accomplish her tasks, making them both more productive. Samuel is feeling like a productive team member and fully integrated into what LBCS could be. Susan still hasn't been added to the all-staff email list, has spent most minimum days feeling unproductive, and still feels like an outsider in the break room because she barely knows her coworkers, and still doesn't have a box to place her personal belongings in. "At least I have a staff shirt," Susan thinks to herself. She wonders when she will stop being an afterthought. Little did you know that Susan and Samuel know each other. They run into each other in town and talk about their first year at their new schools. Susan is impressed by how what LBCS could be has integrated Samuel and sees how much he is enjoying his new job. Susan gets online, sees a job posting for what LBCS could be. It's not the same position, but the pay is comparable, and she longs for good relationships with her coworkers like the one Samuel has found. She decides to apply. She's offered the position and can't wait for her first day. Meanwhile, you find yourself in your office, creating a job posting for Susan's positions, trying not to think of the hours you'll spend conducting interviews and the thousands of dollars you'll be spending to bring on a new employee. Susan has experienced a typical onboarding process for classified employees at LBCS. Our classified staff is being oriented, but not integrated. But what LBCS could be must be spending thousands of dollars in time and money, right? We can't argue that there is value in keeping happy, productive employees long term, but we just can't add more to the budget. We cannot afford an onboarding process, right? At the end of Susan's year, you spent roughly $3,000 from your budget to hire her replacement. How much did what LBCS could be spend on their onboarding process? $42. You just spent $3,000. The key factors of job satisfaction are connecting with a team, engagement in the workplace, being part of decision-making processes, the development of relationships with peers and supervisors, and engagements with students. $42 created a more productive, happy employee. $42 could have saved you $3,000 and weeks of your time to find a new employee. Rather than continue with our current onboarding process, let's move forward with what LBCS could be. Let's be the school that employs both Susan and Samuel in a more efficient budget. Let's see what LBCS could be.